All right, everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to cover link building SEO, which is a strategy in the SEO, the search engine optimization world, where basically you take up backlinks. So you're getting links from other websites to your website. You're linking internally. So you're linking your pages, different pages of your website, different sections of your website to other sections, and outbound linking. So you're linking to other businesses' websites. All that, the reason why you might want to do that is to help rank higher on Google, even Google My Business to some degree. So help you rank higher on Google and other search engines like even Bing. And the way you could do this is getting these three links. There's three aspects that we cover in our videos about search engine optimization, SEO. There's front-end SEO, back-end SEO, and link building SEO. Link building is the one where it costs the most money to set up, in the sense that link building is basically, if you could imagine, you're building your website being a building in the real world, in the 3D world, and you're getting roads leading to your website. So the more roads you have leading to your website, so the more other buildings with roads linking to your building, then the more authority you have, the more connections you have, and the more that Google rewards you by ranking you higher. Now, this is just an easy way to look at it. There's more complexities, more variables. We're going to talk about that in this video. But basically, that's the gist of it. So the more roads you get to your business, the higher Google's going to rank you. And not only that, but the more traffic you're actually going to get. Because if those businesses, if those other websites, those other locations are sending traffic over, so they're telling people to go here because they have a link to your website, then you're getting traffic from those sources. So we're going to talk about that in two folds, basically. So the two main reasons you might want to do link building SEO is, number one, to get ranking higher on Google, because Google is going to see your website as a higher authority, but also to actually get clients from those extra websites. Because if you're a service business, which this is going to apply mostly to service businesses, but it could apply for e-commerce stores as well. In any case, we're going to talk about service businesses in this video. And the reason this may work for you is that you're getting, let's say, if you're in your local town, if you're doing your services in your town, and you have blog pages, or you have news organizations, or we're going to talk about all the different ways you could organize this. But let's say you have other people with websites that are high authority and that are guides, or they're like a tourism guide or something like that. They could link to your website, and actually people who are looking for a service, maybe they're typing top 10 restaurants to eat at in Montreal. Well, if you're published on that blog and they're ranking first, well, you're going to get some of that traffic to your website. So those are the reasons why you might want to do it, as well as the search engine optimization boost. So we're going to cover this in this video, and just as a big, encapsulating idea, just to make sense of it all. The reason why you want to increase your search engine results or your link building SEO efforts is just because it leads you to getting more leads. And the way you could see it in the whole funnel is that if you have a service business, well, the more leads you get, the more leads notice your business in one of these various ways. Then the more people go and check you out or contact you. Then if you could optimize these aspects as well, then you're getting more people to actually purchase from you. And then if you could get more of those to purchase from you, then you could get more repeat customers, a higher lifetime value, a higher LTV, higher even average order value, and so on and so forth. So basically, we're going to cover in this video the top of the funnel, so how to get people within your bucket, if you could say it this way, and how can you do this through link building SEO. So we're going to go to our training here. It's basically a document covering, now it's taking a little time to load. We're going to see what's the issue soon enough. But in any case, I'm just going to explain it. So this training here is going to cover basically the main ways you could set up link building SEO. It's going to have links within it to tutorials or more in-depth tutorials on how to actually set these things up. But this is just going to give you the general gist of it and all the different ways you could basically do this. So we're going to cover this here. If you want to download this training specifically, you could download it in the description below for free. And we also have 11 other trainings with this main training here that you could also download for free. So you could download all 12 of those. There's other stuff for SEO as well. Let's get into the video. So first thing, we explained a little bit what it means, what it is, what it does. So let me just skip to the part here. So introduction, we went over the introduction. And here is, just basic mathematics, just to express the idea of why it might be worth it. So if you could calculate, if you have, before your SEO boost, before you're doing link building SEO, let's say if you have a low ticket service business, you have 20,000 visitors a month to your website, or 20,000 a year, whatever it may be. you're getting 800 customers a month, and you're making 32,000 revenue. But if you have 20% boost in visitors per month, so you're going from 20,000 to 24,000 because of these link building strategies, and your conversion rate stays the same and everything else stays the same, now you're getting 960 customers a month, and now you're making $38,000 in revenue. So if you calculate it this way and you see, okay, well, how many more clients can I get to my website that would lead me to extra revenue? If I'm getting 1,000 more visitors to my website, that means I'm getting 50 more clients. Those 50 more clients are worth to me in profit, let's say $10,000. Okay, so if I spend $5,000 in these backlink strategies, and I get $10,000 of profit, obviously it's worth it for my business, plus all the compounding effects of it in the future. So things to keep in mind. First thing about backlinking, which is the first thing for every type of SEO strategy, is keyword research. And the way we find is the best way to do keyword research. There's many different ways to do it, but this I would say is the best. You have three aspects of it. So you have your search volume. So you want the keywords that have the highest search volume. Then you have the intent match. So the keywords that are highest intent to what you're actually selling. Because to give you an example, if you're a roofing company and somebody is typing roofing supplies, yes, the word roofing is there, but supplies, you're not selling the supplies. You're a roofing company, you're a roofing contractor. So you're actually building out the roofs. You don't want them to contact you for roofing supplies. You don't have any to sell. So those are lost leads. Those are not intent to buy your stuff. But if you have someone typing, on the other hand, I need roof repair tomorrow, well, that person wants what you offer and they want it tomorrow. So they're a high intent and they're ready to buy a lead. So what you want is you want to rank for those the best. If they had the same search volume, then obviously this one will be higher. And we're going to go into the formula of how to set this up. Then after that, you have competition difficulty. So you have search volume, so how many people are searching, how likely is it to lead to a sale if that person is searching for that keyword, basically. So how likely it is to lead to a sale, and then how difficult it is to compete for that keyword. So to rank number 1 for it, or number 2 for it, or number 3 for it, or just rank for it. So how hard is that to do? That mix of all these formulas is going to give you a value, and then from those values, you'll be able to rank those keywords from best to worst, and then you use the best ones for your backlink strategies. So we're going to talk about that. How to find the keywords before we go. Actually, let me just show you the formula here. So value of keyword score, search volume, so how many people are searching for your keyword, intent to buy, so how intent are they, like we were saying before, divided by the competition score, so how competitive it is. How you could search for this, you could use these tools, you could use manual labor, you could look up competitors. The best way would be using tools. The tools are not that expensive. Maybe it's going to cost you $200 to do a whole SEO analysis. If you were to do it yourself, you hire an agency, they're probably going to charge you more. In any case, you can use these tools, get basically every single keyword that's in your local market. You search up all your competitors, put them in these softwares. They blast you out every single keyword that exists, basically. You can even ask ChatGPT to add some to it. You can manually think of some. You could check your website stats, see what people are doing. You add all them up. You basically have a list, maybe 10,000. Then you then go through all of them with a formula. And that formula is this one here. So with those tools, you search up the search volume. So you see how searched these keywords are. Your intent to buy, that you're going to have to do with your own sense, or maybe use ChatGPT and you teach it to your business and ChatGPT is going to do it. You can always automate these things, but in any case, you're going to scale it from 0.01 for this formula to work, 0.01 to 1. So 1 being very intent to buy. So let's say if you have a keyword, like an example, I believe we have, anyways, we're going to go into the examples later. Competition score, competitive difficulty, scaled on 0.01 to 1, so 1 being hyper competitive. And again, you can use these tools to dictate that for you. They're going to give you a ranking, and then you just transfer it for this scale. So search volume, so how many searches you have, competition difficulty, and then relevant score 1 to 10, basically this. So examples here. So for a roofing company, let's say you have somebody searching for roof design. It's high in search volume, so many people are searching for it. And by the way, when I'm doing these teachings for these videos, these apply to any service business. So whether you're a contractor, I'm talking about roofs just because it's a good example to do. But if you're a roofer, you're a restaurant, you're a hair salon, you're a contractor, you're an agency, you're a consultant, you're a coach, whatever type of service business you have, this is probably the best strategy for your keyword research. In any case, example number 1, roofing design. High in search volume, so a lot of people are searching for it. So in this example, 12,000 people plus are searching for it a month. Low intent to buy, because someone typing this might not be looking to replace a roof. So if you're a roof replacer, you're a roofing contractor, they might just be curious about roofing designs. Maybe they're an architect, maybe they're somebody who's doing their own roofs, maybe they're another competitive business that's trying to get inspiration. Like, it doesn't mean that they're looking for that service. So the intent to buy is extremely low. And then high competition difficulty. A lot of businesses are trying to rank for it. So companies selling roofing supplies, architects, blogs on roofs, etc. So you're not going to actually, it's not going to be worth it for you to compete for it. So with that difficulty score, then the total value of the keyword to the business, to your specific business, is 732. Because you could always say, okay, well, this keyword has a lot of views. Okay, competition difficulty is high. Okay, I'll rank for that. But the thing is that if it doesn't have any relatableness to your business, there's no point for you to rank for it. Because even if you get all those views, nobody's gonna actually buy your service, and you're gonna get more calls and you're gonna get bothered more than anything. So this is something to consider, that keywords are gonna be worth different things to different people. So maybe, you could buy a list online and people are going to say, okay, these are the best keywords for this niche, but it's going to depend specifically for your services and what actually you do. And the best way to actually see what keywords are doing best for you, because you could do it with your head, you could think of things, but you actually see your website stats. So if you're tracking all your analytics, you could actually see what people search for that found you and that purchased from you. So you could actually track that pattern and see, okay, well, let's say in my case that I'm a roofing company, the roofing company near me was the one that got us, 10 leads. From those 10 leads, 50% converted on the website. And even though we only had 100 people searching that, whatever, that was the go-through. So things to consider there. And if I go back to, our graph here, the way you could see it is that if those keywords, we're going to talk about those link building strategies that we're going to do this for, but if those keywords rank good, and they help you rank good, well, it's going to help every single aspect of this funnel. Because if they're hyper qualified here, so they're exactly matched, they're aligned with what you're serving, well, then it's going to make it easier when they're going to inform themselves. They're going to be more likely to end up contacting you, and when they contact you, they're going to be more likely to purchase from you. And when they purchase from you, they're going to be more likely to purchase more from you, so more of your offers, because they're more aligned with what you offer. And then when they receive the service, they're more likely to recommend to friends and so on and so forth. So that's why it's important at the top of it to actually make sure that you're, if you're trying to do keyword research to save you money, there's probably ways you could do it just with your head and try to do it that way. But in most cases, you're going to want to use all these softwares and pay the $200 or even pay someone on Fiverr to set this up for you. In any case, second example here, metal roof repair in 7 days for residential roof. So as you can see here already, high intent to buy. The person wants a metal roof repair in 7 days for a residential roof. So that person's looking to buy, they're not messing around. You want that person to go on your website and not your competitors. Low in search volume, such a specific search that maybe 50 people will search for it in a year. So 20 searches a month, let's say. High intent to buy, then low competition. Only other businesses offering the exact same service would try to rank for it. So 0.02 out of 1. So you see how this keyword in this example, if this were the stats of it, would have a higher score than this one. So even though this one has 12,000 searches a month, since it's so disconnected from what you're offering and the competition is so difficult, so the market's so difficult on it, that it's actually better for you to try to rank for this one, because you're actually going to get more out of it. You're going to, even if it's, you're probably going to get those 2 leads from it. Well, those 2 leads, you wouldn't have gotten them here. Maybe we got a 1 lead or 0 leads or whatever it's going to be the case. Example 3, which is the best example here. So medium in search volume, only people in the area of Montreal are searching for this. So roof repair Montreal, 560 searches a month, let's say. Super high, pretty high intent to buy. The searcher is looking for a roof repair. They're not looking for it now. They're not looking for a specific type of roof. So maybe if you're only doing commercial, you're only doing residential, whatever business you have. So it's going to depend. But in any case, low competition. Only other roofing companies in Montreal will compete for it. So 0.08. So value of the keyword to your business, 560 times 0.85 times 0.08 equals 5,950. So you see how the scores after that are going up. So basically, when you have all this set up, you have all your keywords in your list, you have those 10,000 keywords. You can always trim out, the bottom 5,000, because in most cases you're not going to use, more than 300 keywords in your business strategy. So you could already, eliminate a bunch just by search volume or whatever it may be. Then after that, you rank them all, and then from the best to the worst, those are the ones you're going to use for your link building strategies, which we're going to go into now. So link building introduction, the type of links, we talked about this before. So outbound links, so the links linking to other websites, you linking to other people. So your business, your location having a road to another location. Internal linking, so your location having basically, as if you were a mall, you have different places to go and you have those roads connecting them so people can actually access different parts, and that basically allows the flow of people to go around your website, and that increases the authority of your building, let's say, in this example. Backlinks, it's other people linking to you. I don't know why we say backlinks. It's more like a outbound internal links, or like a coming in links, but anyways, backlinks. Those are other roads leading to you. So considerations that apply to all linking strategies. Link authority is number one. So if the site you're linking to or is linking to you is of low authority, and it can affect your rankings negatively. You could use an authority checker here. So if ever you get access to this training, you can click on this. Basically, this is, it's difficult to say how much or how little because Google doesn't have statistics showing this. They don't show us their algorithm exactly what it is. But it's a good rule of thumb to say, okay, well, if it has a good authority, if it's ranked as having good authority, I could at least trust it to engage with it online and have those roads connected, because that won't affect, or at least it won't affect much my rankings negatively. You always want to keep your connections pristine. So basically, it's just saying you have those roads connected to businesses that are legitimate. So you don't want fake websites. You don't want, because a lot of people with their link building strategies, they're going to do a lot of sketchy black hat things, we call it. And the problem is that you could run into some issues sometimes, and Google's always cracking down on these things. So even if it's not an issue now, maybe in a year it's going to be an issue. It's just going to crash your whole SEO, and your website's going to go down. Something I wouldn't recommend to risk. It's up to your risk tolerance. But in any case, we don't engage in that just because the risk is not worth the reward. Do follow versus no follow links. So some links allow the link juice to flow. So if you could imagine those roads as being actually able to have traffic going to them, well, it's a different example. It's more like those links can have, so let's say an example, this is Facebook. If you have a link from Facebook to your website, that's not considered a backlink. It's considered something else, considered a no follow link. So basically people could, if they're on Facebook, they could click on that link and go to your website. So the road is there, it's built, so their car could go to your business. So from Facebook's business to yours, but Google doesn't recognize this as a transfer of link juice, or as a transfer of power, as a transfer of authority. So that's where we're going to see after that what consists of do follow, no follow. In any case, you can use those status checkers. You can check that out. But in any case, you want your do follow links and you want them high authority. That's the main idea between all types of link building strategies. So outbound links, we're going to go with that first. So what are outbound links? Outbound links are the links that you have on your website that link out to other sites. Why are they important? To get people who are reading your content to receive more information. So if you're a blog, if you're service business, if you're a local service business, maybe you want to be wary of using too many outbound links, except if you're doing your blogs. So if you have your About Us page, your homepage, you don't want people to click out of your website. But if you're a blog that has engaging content, maybe you're blogging to other bloggers, you're getting commission off of that, you're playing that whole game, and there's something to consider. It serves for you to link to affiliates. So like I was saying, partners, affiliates, businesses that are similar to yours, or maybe you're trying to get deals with them, you're branding, you're partnering with them. You could always do those deals, actually getting money from those outbound links. And it also reduces the chances of Google finding you suspicious, because if you're just getting a bunch of traffic to you and you're not redirecting it, then there's an imbalance there. Again, it's difficult to say exactly what's the percentage, perfect percentage. So is it 80% inbound and 20% outbound? It's tough to say because they don't actually say all these things. But it's good to just have it mixed up in there. Just have a few on those blog pages, 1 or 2 links on those blog pages, 1, 2, 3 links, and something like that. So here we're going to cover best practices. So you want to link to relevant and high quality sites, like we were saying, high authority. You want to open outbound links in new tabs. This is something I don't see many people do, but if someone is to click on your outbound link, instead of it staying in the same tab, so basically, if you're linking outside of your website, you want people to stay on your website as well. So what you do is you just, instead of them staying on the same tab and then basically covering your website, you want them to appear on another tab. So then if they're finished with here, they could go back to the article they were reading or whatever blog section they were reading. So that's a tool to use. It's easy to set up in every single platform, so it takes no time really. Use descriptive anchor text. So the anchor text to your about links should clearly describe what users can expect when they click the link. Avoid generic phrases like click here. Instead, use specific descriptive text that ranks high in your keyword list. And also, if you're dealing with people, that's what they're going to ask you for. So most likely they're going to say, okay, well, we're trying to rank for a keyword, let's say roof design Montreal, like we were saying before. So so this roofing company is going to contact you. In any case, most likely if you're watching this video, you don't have this interaction, but in any case, that roofing company is going to contact you, and what they want is they want you to write in the blog that you have, you want to write roof design Montreal, and you want that link, that keyword to link to them, and that's going to help with their link building strategy in their case. So if you're doing deals like that, and then just for outbounds, it just seems more natural with the way Google's set up. So after that, limit outbound links. A good rule of thumb is to use one outbound link for every 30 to 230 words of content. Again, there's no hard fast rule, as not to overwhelm users with links and not to arouse suspicion from Google. So again, it's more mitigation, risk mitigation type of strategy here for most businesses. Monitor outbound links regularly. Check that your outbound links are still valid and pointing to relevant content. Broken or outdated links can harm the user experience and affect your SEO. And the other thing too is that if a website links to other websites, Google is going to recognize it as a communal thing, as a place where people could flow through. And so they're probably going to send more traffic, and it's going to help with search engine rankings. The fact that it's connected to other things, it's not a dead end, because basically Google wants you to spend the most amount of time on the platform. And to optimize for that, well, they want you to keep flowing through things. They want you not to be blocked. So that's one way you could see it. They want more flow. They want more action going on through their search engine. Now, internal links. So basically linking one page to the other on your website. So improves SEO, helps Google find and index your pages, and distributes page rank to important pages. So basically the link juice, if you could say it that way. So the power of links of your pages are going to be redirected to the other pages and able to flow around your website. That's just going to help your whole website rank higher. Enhances user experience. This is just in terms of conversion rate or helping people deal with your business. Having links to other pages and important information, and boost rankings, like I was saying. Strategic internal linking can elevate the visibility of your most important pages. Best practices here: use keyword-rich anchor text. So unlike backlinks, which we're going to talk about later, using keyword-rich exact match anchor text in internal links is beneficial. So this helps both users and search engine understand the link page's content. However, avoid using the same anchor text for different pages to prevent confusion. Basically, what this means is that if you have those keywords, like you were saying, that are ranked, you have those top 10 keywords, and those top 10 keywords are actually pages on your website. Well, maybe your homepage, you wanted to have in the content, roofing design Montreal, you want that link to actually be written as roofing design Montreal, linking to your page that's about roofing design Montreal. You don't want to just have a click here. That's going to help with SEO in many different ways that are precisely set. But anyways, good rule of thumb to just set it up this way across everything. Diversify here. So ensure you use the different descriptive anchor text to link to various pages. Helps understand the unique content better. Just you don't want to copy and paste everything, because then that's going to raise some suspicion from Google as well. If you just have the same keyword, if you're trying to rank your number one keyword, you have it 20 times in your page. Again, it's difficult to say how much, how less. Just try to make it, I think if you make it flow as real content should, so as how a person would read it and would make sense of it, you've basically saved yourself from most issues, or 99% of the issues Google is going to have with your business. So front load links. So position your most important internal links high on your pages. This can increase the average time a visitor spend on your site, signaling to Google that your site is valuable and improving your rankings. So this is just a strategy to get people to stay long on your site. The longer they stay on your site, the higher your SEO goes, because Google is going to value your business as your website as being a high engaging website. So if you have basically all the information that people might want, so that they don't actually have to leave your website quickly, you basically want to keep them as long as possible there. So you want to show those links high up, basically the most important links you may have, the pages that people are most interested in. Obviously you have your header, you have your main call to actions or whatever, but in your content and your text, you might want to include those so people can link through them. Ensure all internal links are do follow. So to pass link juice effectively, make sure that all the internal links are do follow. Avoid no follow tags, as they prevent the flow of link authority within your site. So this is something you could set up. Wix, WordPress, whatever type of software you have. Usually it's automatic. It's going to be do follow, but just make sure you don't block them. Now, conduct regular audits. Use Search Console to audit your internal links. This helps identify which pages are receiving the most internal links and ensures your link structure supports your SEO goals. So you could just keep auditing there. And I believe with these audits, you could also see which ones are broken. So if ever you just fix those, because if people are clicking on that, that might lead to disengagement with your website. Link strategically from your homepage. Your homepage is typically the most authoritative page on your site. Use it to link to other key pages to distribute authority effectively. So if you want a certain service to be ranking higher, so let's say if you're a roofing company again, and you want your commercial services to be ranked higher, then you might want your links to link directly to that page. So your homepage to link to your commercial page, because that's what you want to rank higher on Google. So you want to flow that juice from the homepage to that commercial page, so the commercial page ends up ranking higher on Google. So strategies to think about if you have certain services you really want to push. Those are the ones you're gonna want to link to. Maintain a logical site architecture. Internal links help create a logical site structure that is easier for both users and search engines to navigate, group related pages into categories, and ensure they link to each other. So basically, you just want to make sense of it. And then when you upload your sitemap, that's going to be included in it, I believe. So that's that there. Advanced tips. So add links to old content. So this is an interesting part. So if you have old blogs that are basically, they're basically dead in the water, they don't have any content, maybe it's best to take that content and update it maybe to 2025. So maybe you have blogs of 2021 and back, all those pages still exist on your website. So instead of them being dead pages, which maybe they're getting some traffic, you could update the content. And while updating the content, which by updating the content is going to get it ranked back up, or at least a little bit back up, what you could do is that actually and have those internal links linking to those new pages you have. So now you're basically opening it up. If you could imagine your website as a shopping mall. So you have all these, big shopping mall, closed shopping mall. You have all these places going to all these other businesses. Well, you want all these businesses, all these roads to connect to each other. So if you have a whole section, which is your old blogs, that's disconnected from your new content, you want to have that flow going. So now you're getting that traffic going back and forth and potentially getting you more leads and also improving your quality score on Google. Limit the number of links. While internal links are beneficial, too many can dilute their value. The rule of thumb is to have 5 to 6 per average page. Again, rules of thumb. If you have a page that has 10,000 words on it, you're going to want to have more links. If you have a page that has 100 words on it, having 5 links makes no sense. So that's that there. Now, the most important part I would say for link building strategies is going to be your backlinks. The backlinks is going to be the most expensive ones. The other ones where we're talking about are basically free or you get paid to do them. So if you're doing outbound links, you might get paid from your competitors or whatever to do those things. And by the way, outbound links I forgot to mention, but for outbound links, if you have partners let's say in your local area or you have services that you're offering that you don't offer directly, but your business partner does or a company that you're working with does, you can link to their websites. So basically giving them the link flow. And also creating pages maybe dedicated to their services on your website. So how you partner with their services. So I'll give you an example. If you're an agency and you're doing, let's say, Facebook ads, but you're not doing Google ads, well, you could have a page going over Facebook ads versus Google ads. You describe all those things in that page and you have links to your content and then you have links to that business partner that you have. You can always track how much traffic goes there, but in any case, if you guys are both doing it, he has a page called Google versus Facebook ads on his website. Linking back to yours, you could always use that type of engagement traffic deals. Now, backlinks. So, here's a mistake. I'll just change this. All right, so basically they serve to get you link juice from other sites to yours, helping your site rank higher. You basically can do this to them. You could do as much money as you have. You could do this. If you have $1 million to spend on backlinks, you can spend $1 million on backlinks. This is where it's not a question of I do this once and the improvements are pretty much made, which is the case for like internal linking, unless you're adding new pages. This is more of like how much can I spend? How much can I get if I spend more? If I spend $10 more, it's like advertising. If I spend $100 more in ads, am I getting how much am I getting in return, and so on and so forth. Backlink general tips. High rank backlinks. Main backlinks are best to be pointed at your main page. Extra or less authoritative backlinks can be linked to other pages, while will lower the chances Google finds your backlinks suspicious. Best to avoid banned or flagged links linking to your website. So this is where you have to be most critical about who's linking to you. You don't want them to be linking if they're bad businesses, if they're bad reputation within Google. You don't want them to be linking to you. If you have illegal stuff, if you have illicit stuff, you don't want that linking to your website. NAP similarity, so name, business, address, phone number, email, an email, let's say. Links benefit from all being written the exact same way across all platforms, and backlinks to ensure Google can retrace your business across all platforms. We're going to maybe talk about this later, but basically what you want is that if you're paying a business to link to you, so if you're paying a blog to link to you, you want your name, business, address, phone number, email, all the information that you have about your business to be written the exact same way across every single one of those platforms, because Google is going to recognize that within the text with the backlink connected after. They're going to recognize that text as being, okay, this is this business. So this is business roofing ABC. Well, if you wrote roofing ABC in a different way, maybe instead of writing roofing ABC, you put ABC roofing in that blog, or your address, you changed it, you didn't put you didn't put a comma, you just put a point. These little variations, Google might not recognize you as the same business, and so they're not gonna recognize your business as being. They're not gonna give you the credit of having that backlink, or not as much of it, because they're not gonna recognize you as the same thing, and so they're not gonna transfer that flow. Again, this is very, in a sense, becomes speculative because there's no proof. There's some experimental proof, but there's no outright proof of Google saying, okay, well, we do this and how much percentage of this and that. If there is, I haven't found it yet. So if you want to tell me, let me know in the comments. But in any case, that information is more of a guesswork. But in any case, rule of thumb, name, address, phone number, the same on every single platform, all directories, all maps, all blog sites that you're paying for. Your whole website has to have the same information, the footer, the header, your social media has to have the same information. Basically everything has to be the exact same. That also helps people not get confused, so they just make sure that that part is set, but also helps Google. Do follow versus no follow backlinks. So links from places like Wikipedia and Facebook are no follow links, like an example I was saying before, meaning that the link doesn't transfer any of its authority or its juice to your website. So it's still important to have because they make your site seem more natural in Google's eyes, and you're going to have them organically in any case. But again, this can still lead to you getting clients, because like I was saying, you're getting clicks to your website, but they're not actually giving you any authority. So they're not actually helping you rank. Inspect links to see in the code if link is do follow or not. You have all the software tools also you could check up to do that. Anchor text. So the way backlinks work is that if you're paying a blog to promote your website, they're going to write a blog. So they're going to write an article, they're going to write a section of it, and we're going to go over after that the types of links you could do and all that type of stuff here. But in any case, I'm just going to cover this before we get into this. When they write the blog, they're going to link to your business. How do they link? Well, they could link with a branded anchor. That means they're going to give your business name. So they're going to say ABC Roofing, let's say. They could have a generic anchor. So that's just going to be a generic, it's just going to be a generic word related to roofing. A partial match anchor, so partially matching your keywords. And an exact match anchor, so that means the exact keyword you're trying to rank for. So where to use them? Branded anchors, you want links from social media. Naked URL anchors, you want foundation links, Web 2.0s. We're going to talk about that, what that means later. Generic anchors, you want guest posts, edu1.gov links, press releases, partial match anchors. You want regular PBNs, powerful and semi-public networks. Exact match anchors, you want heavy hitter links, niche edits, big boy links. So basically, where you want to put that under 1% of links, and this we're talking about this split, is if you're doing a very heavy backlink strategy and you're trying to really mitigate any risk possible from Google. If you're doing only a few, you're getting only 5 people to link back to your website, you could all have them in an exact match anchor. So it could actually be your top 5 keywords, and you can have those 5 blogs link you back with that top 5 keyword. But most cases you're going to want to split it up if you're doing more than, it's difficult to say, but let's say if you're doing more than 100 backlinks, then that's something you have to consider, splitting them up in a certain pattern so that Google doesn't recognize you as being fraudulent or anyway. Tips for backlinks not to get removed: add images when they allow you to. So if you're posting on a blog or whatever type of backlink you have that's linked to you, you want some images in there, the alt text to be similar to your keywords as well. Fill in all the required fields. Basically, if you are doing directories, so if you go on directories like a Yelp, a Trustpilot, whatever, and you're trying to get a link from that, which we're going to talk about that. So you could basically pay businesses, other websites to link to you, or you could actually fill out these profiles on these free sites and actually get a backlink to your website and get some traffic from that. Those places, you don't want to have pretend profiles. You want to actually have real profiles. So you want to have all the information there, your name, address, phone number, all that type of stuff. And that's going to help you actually get some traffic from that and rank higher. And Google's not going to find that suspicious. Add a proper bio, so SEO optimized, having your keywords in there and so on. Don't link to anything illegal again. Create them to look like real assets. Basically, they are real assets. So you just want to show Google that, okay, these are real directories that are pointing to my website. These are not, that's it, do not pretend. How to optimally set up backlinks. So you want to set up your foundation links, foundation backlinks first. So basically this is for strategies that are more advanced. If you are a local service business and you're just trying to, at the beginning, get some more traffic to your website, you're not trying to do these big intense strategies. In most cases, what you're going to just want to do is contact probably the best news articles in your city. Ask how much they cost for a blog appearance, or how much they cost for you to rank on their top 10 list, or whatever it may be. So if you're looking at your service, in most cases, if you say Roofing NYC, which actually, let me show you an example. So if I go to New Roofing NYC, here you have some ads, but let's say you have a Yelp, you see, so the best 10 roofing in New York City. Now Yelp, you can't really, I don't know if you can, but you can't really change the opinion of it. I think they have their own internal rankings, but in any case, Yelp, but there might be another one. So there might be a blog coming up. So let's just go on the second page. But let's say if I were to go top roofing companies. Let me close here. So best roofing companies in Montreal. So you see Yelp, but let's say this one here. This is probably this is a blog. So what you could actually do is you could contact this blog and you could say, hey, can you put me on your list? These people, they don't, basically the list, they're pay to win. So the best one is going to be the one who pays the most. In most cases, they're not doing enough due diligence to actually set up these lists. So these lists are kind of fake. But in any case, what you could do is you contact them and you say, hey, can you put me on your list? Maybe you review my business or whatever the criteria they have, and then you get those up. Those are probably going to be the most important ones for you. And in that case, you could do exact match anchors and you could have all the keywords you want and embed all of those. And so your links could actually be strong keywords from it. If you're doing more strategies, so if you're doing, like I was saying, 100, 200, then you want to split it up. And the first thing you want to do, which I think you should do in any case, is just set up foundation links. Foundation links, what they are, is basically a bunch of directories, a bunch of sites that you could create profiles on. So you have video sharing links, article sharing links, and so on. And we even have a checklist here, which I took from Vasco Montero. So if you go on YouTube and you write Vasco, VASCO, he's probably the best guy I find for link building SEO tips. You can check him out. Vasco Montero, Montero. In any case, he has this checklist here. So you have basically all your video sharing links. So you go on this you go on YouTube, you create a profile on YouTube. You go on Dailygram, you create a profile on Dailygram. And again, you have the same name, address, phone number, all the information, your bio is optimized for SEO. You have all that type of information set and you created them all them. You created then after that in these article sharing links. You create it in the press release. So you basically create an account or create a PDF. And all these things is just, even if some of them are do follow, some of them are no follow, some of them are higher authority, low authority, they're all just going to give you a foundation so that Google recognizes that you're already getting linked from all these different places and with different varying keywords, which here you don't want to use. You want to use basically your branded keywords. Actually, if I go back up, it's taking a little time to load. So rule of thumb for foundation links to not arouse suspicion from Google, you want to have branded, naked URL or generic anchors 90% of the time. Exact and long tail keyword links 10% of the time. Try and use them with the strongest backlinks. I would say you could even just go with naked URL. So basically just if you're www.abc.roofing.com, you use that, you share that. Branded, you could have your business name, so you could link with your business name, and then generic anchors, generic keywords that are relative to your business. So if we're to go back here, so you have all these keywords here, directory links, and so on. So by the way, this is going to be linked in the training. So if you have access to it, you can access this there. I'm just going to write the name here of the YouTube channel. So Vasco Montero. So if you want to check his stuff out, I think he has the best link building SEO tips out there. So that's pretty much it if you're here for that. Then, if you go for all of these and you set all these up, basically what you do is you get yourself a foundation, reduce the likelihood that you get spammed or right suspicion from Google, and then you could follow up with all the other strategies. Now, these things you could probably do on Fiverr. You go on Fiverr, you contact someone. There's a bunch of people who do these types of things of these type of foundation links. Cost you $150 or whatever it may be. Set it up, don't think about it, it's just done, and then you can start with your actual business, with your actual link building strategies. So here we have the types of do follow backlinks, so the actual links that share that link juice. So you have comments, so posting links. So this is the extra. So after you've done foundation links, this is what you could do after, the types of backlinks you could actually build. Comments. So you could post links on comment sections of blogs. So if you find a blog in your town and there's a comment section, you could go on there and actually put a link to your business there. Maybe you read the blog, you give information there, you try to engage with people in the community, but you can basically look at all the top blogs in your city, in your area, in your niche, open them up on your page. Maybe you get ChatGPT to summarize the blogs for you, have an opinion, share the opinion, and then share your business. Maybe it's related to your business because, let's say, you go on blogs. I'll give you the example for agencies. You go on blogs that are Facebook ad blogs, and you say, "Oh, interesting for Facebook ads." Anyways, it sounds cheesy when you say it this way, so maybe don't do it. But you could always say, "Hey, look, I do Google Ads. If you're interested, here's a link." You could say that. Maybe people don't link, but it's actually getting you a backlink from that source. So you could do that. Then you could do sponsorship charity links. So you can contact charities or sponsors and offer a donation to get a backlink from them. So this is a strategy to do. Web 2.0, so creating subdomains. This is using platforms like Wix, Google Business Sites, and others to generate websites using their shared domains. So basically Wix, when you build a website on Wix, it's a .wix website. And so what that does is that you could actually have a bunch of websites created with links to your stuff that's live on Google. It has their branding and whatever, but it's actually live, and you could actually get that backlink from them to you. Again, you could do this, automated by going on Fiverr and hiring someone out to do this. I don't believe it's worth it for you to do it yourself. It gets kind of heavy to do all these things, but you could always set this up. You create a Google business site to help rank. So if you haven't done that, you could create an actual Google business site. I'm not sure if they actually still do it now. I believe they do, but on your Google My Business profile, you just go on sites, you create the site, and even if you don't publish it live, you just create it, have some content on there, maybe copy exactly what you have on your homepage of your real website, and you connect all your other assets as well. So if we're talking here about our foundation links, you have all your PDF sharing links and all that type of stuff. So if we go back here, you have your Google entity stacking, so you could do the Google Docs. You have links in there that's going to help a little bit link building. Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Drawings, Google Forms. There's a bunch of them, and then you could all connect them to your website, to your Google My Business site. And that just basically you're stacking all these Google entities into one. Again, how much does this help? Difficult to say the exact amount. At this point, you do it once, you forget it, and it just gives you a little foundation after that for the rest. Then we've got guest posts, so posting as guests on blog or info websites. So you're finding businesses that speak on the subject of your service, so a blog or a newsletter like we were saying before, and ask them to guest post on their site. So you can either find them through competitors or searching for them online, and you ask to post your full name, address, phone number in there. To get backlinks, contact blogs within your niche through their contact form and ask them the price they charge to be featured for a month on their site. So like I was saying, you have those blogs that have those top 10s, you have those blogs that are just like places to visit in Montreal, places to visit in whatever city you're in, Dubai, New York, whatever. And you basically just have posts. So you post on those platforms, you have content written, you post on those platforms for them, and they publish it for a month, and it costs you, I don't know what, $50, $100, and then you're getting some traffic from it. And then if you see that it's good traffic, then you keep paying and you keep having it set up for you. There's agencies that do this. There's people on Fiverr that do this, that they contact them for you. So you could always outsource this type of work. I believe that if you're a service business, in most cases, you're not going to want to do all these type of things. It gets heavy to do. But if you want to do them yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. .edu, .gov links. So these links from governments and institutional websites. These are probably the most authoritative sites there is, but they're the most difficult to get because most .edu or .gov websites are not going to do these backlinking strategies. But if you are in your local town, you have your government institution, your township or whatever it may be, and they have a .gov site related to their actual city, and maybe they have a forum going over all the businesses in the region, you could always ask them. So it's basically, you're publishing on the city's newspaper. So if the city has a newspaper, you're going to the city and you're saying, hey, publish on the newspaper. Well, now you're doing it on their website. Maybe they do it for free, maybe they charge you. It's going to depend on the deals you have, but this is something you can consider. So these are basically all the different ways you could get these backlinks. Some are better, some are easier, some are harder, some are stronger. But if you do them all, you're probably going to get a lot of visitors to your site. Then video, audio, article, PDF, image, slide, PowerPoint presentations. These are links to platforms from like YouTube, Vimeo, Spotify. So basically, like we're seeing those foundation links. Basically, to do all of these gives you the foundation, but then you could keep adding to them. You could do as many as you want to them. The value that comes from that goes lower and lower, but in any case, you could play with that, play that game. Press releases from authoritative news sites. So press releases once per month is a recommended frequency, costs money to get them, but create great traffic. So this is, like I was saying, different. So if you have these news sites that are more, like in Canada, we have, anyways, we have a bunch of broadcasting channels that they actually do, TV appearances, and then they have their blogs or they have their shows, let's say their news sites. And you can actually pay for that for your business to show up there. So maybe that day you're going to show up and you're going to get some links from that. You see how much it's worth it for you. If it costs you $500 to set up, how much traffic did you actually get from that? You could best to ask press release to use main keywords in the title, long tail specific keywords in their text, embed of your map, list of service areas, link to your website, and link to your main social media. Can get great link juice, as well as help viewers to press release to find you and your services easily. So this is probably the best one in terms of the most likely that you could get, because most of these businesses do these type of deals. And if you ask them to put all that information in, well, then if somebody's on that website, you're going to see your whole business is basically like an advertorial. So in the end, this is how you could see it's an advertorial on their newspaper, but now instead of the newspaper being in paper form, it's on a website. Then you got PBN, private blog networks. This, I'm not going to go too much into it because it's more of a gray hat strategy. So basically, it's a conglomeration of websites or blogs that are used to give link juice to the main website of the business. They're like fake websites that you create, and you create a bunch of them and you link to all different one of them, and there are different tiers to it, and you could get really complex. And basically, you're getting that link traffic to your website. How much worth it is it? It's going to depend on your business. So PBN benefits from having content related to main site, recipe content, and linking to a restaurant, for example. So you could do that type of links. To avoid suspicion, PBNs should not interlink between each other. So this is the other thing. If you go to Vasco Montero's website, to YouTube channel, he has more descriptions on how to set these up. So if you're curious about that, you can do it there. But this is something where you could do it basically infinity. So you can do as many as you want, but it's so sketch. So anyways, I would prefer not to do it. Expired domain links. So you could get expired powerful domains and make them link to your website. So this is something that it's a strategy that people don't really utilize, I find, in the local markets especially. But if you have a competitor, let's say your main competitor just closed down his doors, or maybe a third place competitor, fourth place competitor, whatever it may be, he's doing roofs as well. What you could do is that if they're selling their business or they're closing their business, most likely if they're closing their business, what you could do is that maybe nobody wants to buy the business, and you don't have to buy the business, but you just say, I'll buy your domain. Now their domain, they're paying $20 a month for it, in most cases, if it's not a special domain. You could get that domain, maybe you give them $500, you give them $100, whatever offer you make. What happens is that everybody that used to be searching for that business, that don't know that they're closed, now you can redirect that domain to your website. So instead of that person that was looking for a roofing contractor going to that business and now showing up, hey, sorry, we're closed, we're not doing business anymore, now it's redirecting to your website. So twofold, now you're getting those old clients from his to your website that were looking to his website going to yours, which is fantastic. And then you're also getting the search engine boost from it, because now you're getting so much more traffic to your website from this high authority source, and everything's going to your website. And that leads Google to think, okay, well, you've got more traffic, you have more people interested in you, we're going to boost you higher. So this is I find is a tremendous strategy for service businesses. If you see someone going out of business, you want to get that domain, especially if they're a top dog in your industry. You get the domain, it costs you $500, you link everything to it, to your new website, to your website, and you're getting all that traffic. And then maybe it dissipates, it takes 10 months for people to realize that business was closed and to stop contacting. In any case, you're getting that traffic. And even if the person was looking for the old business, you could say, hey, look, that other person did close their doors, but we're there to help if ever you're looking for a service. So maybe you're not going to get a high conversion rate because those people were actually looking for that business, but you're still getting all the traffic, all those people coming to you, and they're coming to you first compared to your competition. Because if that big dog closes his doors, they're going to go to either you or your competition. Now they're always passing by you first if they're searching for you online. So things to consider there. You could even do this, now I'm thinking about it, you could even do this for the Google My Business profile, which is a little bit more difficult to set up, because if their Google My Business profile was set up correctly, it's at their address. So if they're closing the address, then basically that Google My Business profile loses its place. But in any case, if they have, anyways, that's going to be more of a if you're dealing with the business itself, but that's something else. Then, so expired domain links, and side note here, you could also buy domain links that are relative to the name of your business. So if, let's say, your business is ABC Roofing and people commonly misspell it as ABC Roofing, and you see that in your Google Analytics or whatever, and your Google Ads Analytics, you could actually get that domain. So you can actually purchase those domains. So you could purchase miswritten domains. So an example of this is Amazon. Whenever I type Amazon, sometimes I type it too fast and I don't put the M, or I don't put the A, the second A. So I just do Amazon.com. That link isn't linking to anything. It's a dead page. But that page, if they were to buy it, which is a $20 a month increase, there's probably an amount of people, excluding myself, but some people that would type like this, they would see that page that's closed and they would think Amazon is out of business for whatever reason, or they're thinking, oh, the website's not working today, and they don't go to the actual website of Amazon. They just think it's closed. So what you can do is you could get all that traffic from those domains, which is not going to cost you crazy amounts, and you could get them linking to your website. So if you have the most common things, you could do that for the most common mistakes people make, and you could also do it for the most common services people are searching for. Because if people might be searching, you could see there's tools online to see those domains, but you could see if the business is searching for, if a client is searching for roofingmontreal.com, or you could actually own roofingmontreal.com. And even though that's not the name of your business, you're going to just redirect it to your business. And so that traffic that's going there automatically, and it's ending up in nowhere land. Well, now it's redirecting to your website. So you're getting that boost of traffic. So you're getting people interested in your service. And so people contacting you for your service, as well as getting that boost in traffic from SEO. So these are strategies that are more advanced. You cannot see them in the sense they're not present. They're not up in your face. But these strategies are so good to implement because the cost of a domain is basically $20 a year. And if you go with other domain providers, it might even cost you less. It may cost you $12 a year. So for $12 a year, if you're getting 500 more visitors to your website, it's worth it. And it's just a guarantee, no headache, no nothing. You're just getting those visitors to your site. So that's it for expired domain links. Now, niche edits. You could ask local businesses, friends, family, to link to your website, even if their content isn't related to yours. So if you're in a local market, if you're an agency, you have a bunch of partners, like I was saying before, they have a page dedicated to you, you have a page dedicated to them, you guys switch links. It just gives a little bit of flow going between you guys, helps you both rank higher. And then if you have actual services you could bundle, then that's even better. Then that just makes it more appealing for Google to rank you guys higher. But in any case, you can ask all your local service businesses. They could put a link at the bottom, say, businesses we recommend, or people we like to work with, or whatever. Maybe it could be at the bottom of your contact page, or whatever page they have that they don't want to, attract too many clients to it. Just have a bunch of links there set up properly, just so it appears good. And then that's getting a little bit of traffic going from one place to another, and actually getting some link juice flowing between the sources. Then you got your crowdsourcing links. So get crowdsourcing links by posting in forums across the internet related to your niche. Many forums for different industries can get your organic traffic to your website, as well as build up backlinks to your site. So crowdsourcing links, I would say, like a Reddit or a Quora, you could basically go on these forums and a bunch of others, and you just answer questions, give you a link. Answer a question, give you a link. Answer a question. So if you're a pro in roofing, you're a pro in hair salon, in hairdressing, you're a pro barber, you're a pro this, you're a pro that, you could just give your tips and then maybe link to your course. Give your tips, link to your website. Give your tips, link to your social media page, whatever it may be, whatever you're trying to get traffic to. And you can do this infinitely. So there's rules to it. So let's on Reddit, you can't post, let's say, more than 10 links a day or something like that, or your account has to be a year old to start posting links, or whatever it may be. In any case, you do this every day. You go on these profiles, these forums, you just share, and then one day you might get a sale from it to the next day, and then those links are stayed there forever. So basically, if you have a comment that's actually bringing value, so you're giving answer to that question on Reddit, you're going to maybe rank first, and you have your link there. And now for the next 10 years, 50 years, people that are searching for that question, they find that answer, and you're going to be the top one with your link. giving you link juice and all that type of good stuff. Now, cloud stacking. So building clouds, sharing links and linking them to the main website, linking every single cloud to one another. This is a more complex, even to me, it goes over my head. And this is just basically stacking other websites and cloud websites and so on. So if ever you want those tips, go to Vasco Montero's website channel. He has more tips on that there. Easiest ways to get backlinks. We're going to talk about this before ending the video. You can look up competitors' websites and find backlinks they are getting, because if they paid for it, most likely there's a reason they're paying for it. If they're paying for it consistently, so if you see month over month they're still paying for that backlink, then you know that it's a high value one. Maybe you want to invest in that one too. You could then contact those people and see if you can get them to link to you as well. Uber suggests to track backlinks of your competitor. You could see basically all your competitors. The best way to do it, I would say, is you get your 10 competitors that you have in your market. You could see every single one of them, how they link, and you get the best ones or the ones that are most consistent, that they're consistently getting. You contact all those people, get an offer for them, see what feels right, see which one, and calculate all those things and try them out one at a time, whatever. Which you could also do, it could work, could not work, but let's say if you're having your services in New York and you see all your competitors have the same backlinks here in New York, what you could do is you could check maybe New Jersey, you could check in Newark, you could check in all those surrounding areas, let's say, and see what are those businesses in those areas getting linked to. Because maybe in New Jersey, there's a guy that thought about this random link that could be good for you too, but nobody's doing it in New York. So you could get opportunities from them that nobody knows, that you could get connected to yours. Same thing, you check in Los Angeles, Detroit, whatever. You could check across the states, across Canada, across whatever country you're in, and you could see, okay, where are they getting those links from? Maybe I could implement this in my town, be the first one to have it set up. So an interesting way to do it there. Then easiest ways here, you've got can create infographic tools, calculators, and other valuable content. Basically, when we're saying this is you want the most amount of clicks to your website, and you could get those by paying people to do it for you or creating content that is attractive to your business. So you could create all these things like tools, calculators, other valuable content to get people to backlink to your site organically. So instead of you having to pay them to link to your website, maybe you have a roofing estimator. And so maybe you would contact that blog that has those top 10 roofs and say, hey, look, you could embed my roofing estimator into your website. You just link to me and you could access it there so people can get a roofing estimator or whatever. This might not be applicable, but in case you have the different types of tools you could set up. This is a more advanced feature, but from what I've seen, this is probably the best one if you have a good tool or a good strategy, especially if you're an online service business. And it doesn't matter where the leads come from, if they come from Dubai, they come from wherever. Well, you could have a tool set up on your website and share that tool to other people that they embed for free on their websites that are linking to you. And so you're getting free backlinks from all these places and people actually interacting with the tool you're creating, and potentially you're getting their email, you're getting all the information and so on and so forth. This is it's a higher level strategy. It's a more time intensive and higher potential strategy, but a very good one at it. You can set up all these the free foundation links, explanation at the end of the section. I don't know why that's written, but in any case, this is the end of the section. You can set up all the free foundation links that we were talking about before. You set them up 10 times if you want. Anyways, after that, reduction in value. Once again, if you're looking for a website builder that can make it easier for you to set up all these links and building strategies, you can use Wix, WordPress, whatever. I have them linked here. You can even use Go High Level for advanced SEO and so on. These are my affiliate links. If you want to use those, you can go for it, or else go for it on your own. So that's pretty much it for link building SEO. I'm going to go back to the Miro board just to show you guys the last conclusion of the whole thing. So if these link building strategies, they can be very various. It's not a straight and narrow path that you do this and you get this. It's testing, it's trying out different things, it's getting your foundation links first and so on. There's all these different varying things to it. Here you have, I'm going to show you guys this. So basically how to actually set all these type of links. So anyways, I'm just going to cover these fast. These are tweets from the guy Vasco A. Montero, the YouTube channel I was talking about. If you want, these are the ways you could set up all these types of do follow links. In any case, I'm just going to share them here fast. If you want to pause the video and screenshot, this information here is not important. Maybe you could read it like this. In any case, you have all those types of link building SEO tricks. Here you also have how to reverse penalties. So if you're ever getting penalized from Google, there's different types of penalties they're giving you. So there's the panda one, there's a penguin one, that's how they call it. This is how you could reverse it. This is how you could do these type of things here. A little bit of statistics here. So top 10 cases of penalization. Actually, I'm gonna have to zoom this out. So sponsored or paid links. So if you're paying for links, I believe it's, I'm not sure if it's against Google's guidelines, but anyways, there's something about it. Guest posts, press releases, PBN, link networks, user generated spam, web directories, pure spam, direct ads, and affiliate links, and so on and so forth. So you have all those things here. So research key takeaways, if you want to read that here, you can pause as well. I'm not going to cover this in this video. This video is already long as it is. Let's just go back here. All right. And then here you have examples of what these keywords actually mean. So let's say if you have this site here, branded anchors would be Baker Brothers Plumbing like this, Baker Brothers Plumbing like this, and so on and so forth. Naked link anchors will be just a link, so HTTPS or just naked. Generic anchors, click here, learn more, visit our website, see our services. Partial match / long tail would be plumber Dallas. So this is the keywords we're seeing the ranking. And then exact match would be plumber Dallas. So if your main keyword, the best top one, the top ranking keyword that you want to rank for is going to be plumber Dallas. Well, maybe the other ones are going to be plumber in Dallas, best plumber, second, third, fourth, fifth. And then the main one you want, the exact match you're going to use that 1% of the time. These are going to use the 1% of the time as well, or 2% of the time, I believe, in the stats. In any case, you go back to the training, you can see, and you can have all that information there. So that's pretty much it. So if you see here, if you're getting more, and this is the channel here, Vasco Montero, you have the Vasco SEO tips. So you have the URL there. Anyways, all these people also have very interesting SEO tips. So Neil Patel and Backlinko, and we have our own YouTube channel, the Vizions Digital Agency channel, that has some more in-depth tips on actually how to set these things up. So that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, any comments, anything you want me to cover in the next videos, or something you'd like to be more information on, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it all. If you have anything that you'd like to add to this Maro board that you think could be valuable, or something that didn't make sense, or something that wasn't coherent, please let me know also in the comments. I'd like to always improve these things. It's pretty good as it is, but I always want to try to keep improving it. And hopefully, with time, all the updates and whatever that are going to happen on the internet, we're going to make this bigger and bigger and bigger in the future. Hopefully we can make this, behemoth of a project. So that's pretty much it for the video. Once again, please like, subscribe. And also one last thing, if you want to download the training, so like the link building SEO training we had, we have a bunch of other ones. So we have, link building front SEO, backend SEO. We have 12 in total. So Google My Business reviews and so on and so forth. So link is going to be in the description below. That's for free. If you want to access this Maro board, all the information in it, the profitability calculator, all the types of, we have a profitability calculator here. If you go on Google Sheets, all the other information here, the checklists and so on, and all the rankings here, you can access that. It's also going to be linked in the description below, but this is a paid product. So this I'm not giving out for free, but the 12 trainings are. So if you want to access 12 trainings for free, go for it. Just you write your email. We're going to send you a couple emails too, but in any case, you get it for free and you get all that information in there. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.